Kafka just got one last chance to stay alive. He joined the 1st Division of Exterminators to prove he can actually be useful, and his very first enemy is none other than Kaiju number 9, straight up the strongest and most terrifying one, ready to unleash chaos on everyone. Kafka flashes back to a traumatic day from his childhood. A 6.7 Fortitude Kaiju decided to drop in like it owned the place. Chaos everywhere, buildings crumbling, civilians screaming, and tiny Kafka and Mina running for their lives. That is, until Mina faceplants mid-sprint. Kafka slaps on the fakest smile in history. "We're totally fine. No big Kaiju trauma happening here." But before he can finish pretending, a shockwave smashes the building. He dives for cover, and when he opens his eyes, Mina's gone. Then boom, cut to the present. Armed soldiers aiming their guns. But instead of blasting some beast, we see Mina standing on a rooftop, looking like a boss, aiming her weapon right at Kafka. She calls him Kaiju number 8 and gives the order to fire. Bullets fly from every angle, but Kafka just gets knocked back a little like he is being hit with Nerf guns. Then he snaps. He goes full beast mode and blasts a massive energy beam that destroys a helicopter like it was made of paper. Everyone freaks out. His fortitude is off the charts. He fires another blast, turning the scenery into rubble. But plot twist, he wakes up, just a nightmare. Kafka sighs in relief, then immediately falls off the bed like a sleep-deprived toddler. Meanwhile, at the Defense Forces Tokoa base, Mina's staring at the aftermath of the chaos. Soshiro walks in, all serious, saying it has been 5 days since Kafka's situation hit the fan, and the top brass still has no idea what to do with him. Dude is still locked up. They look over the broken buildings and agree. It will be a while before this place looks less like an apocalypse zone. Mina remembers how Kafka saved everyone, even though the shockwaves nearly wrecked the city doing it. Then she switches gears. Isn't today the day the rookies meet their new units? Soshiro nods. They are probably on the way right now. Cut to Reno and Iharu in a car, driving to their new division. Reno's in emo mode, so Iharu, being the genius he is, pulls over and fakes excitement about taking selfies with Matsumoto Castle. He begs Reno for a photo shoot. Later, they chill on a bench. Iharu tells him not to stress. It is just day 1. Reno plays it cool, but Iharu can see through it. Then he checks his phone and sees Kafka's profile, message still unread. That makes him wonder, what is going to happen to the guy? Someone like Kafka can't exactly go back to desk duty after turning into a walking nuclear warhead. Soon they reach their destination, the Defense Forces 4th Division. Reno silently vows to grow stronger, so he never has to rely on Kafka again. Over in the 1st Division, Kikoru is checking the group chat. All her old squad mates are flexing about their new units. She remembers Kaiju number 8 sparring with her dad and decides she has to level up fast. Just then, she is interrupted by Hasegawa, the 1st Division's vice captain. He shows up to escort her to meet the captain. On the walk over, he reminds her that this station is temporary while Tokoa base gets rebuilt. Kikoru knows this division's rep. Even back in America, people whispered their name like it was a myth. If she wants to grow stronger, this is the place. They reach the captain's door. Kikoru mentally prepares to meet the strongest person in Japan, her new mentor. The door opens and the guy is gaming, not training, not meditating, just blasting noobs in Call of Duty. Hasegawa looks like he wants to disappear. He tells her to wait and enters the room alone. He then kicks the captain off his bed like a frustrated roommate. Turns out the captain, Narumi, did know about the meeting. He just chose not to care. Hasegawa is done with the nonsense, saying the room belongs to the Defense Force, not Narumi's personal man cave. Narumi argues about cleaning like it is a sacred art form. Eventually, Hasegawa picks him up, and that is when Narumi finally notices Kikoru outside. The vice captain introduces her. Kikoru, who was expecting a military legend, is now stuck wondering how a Call of Duty gremlin is supposed to be her inspiration. And that was her first impression of Captain Narumi. Shinomiya salutes like it's a military movie, but Narumi just brushes it off, saying, "Who cares about that formality stuff? Let me finish my sentence." Then, boom, the alarm goes off. Narumi grins and says, "Want to know what that thing is? Well, just watch us take down some kaiju." He's all hyped because, this is going to be like a front row seat to a live-action movie. Flashback 15 minutes earlier. Some kaiju is chilling in the ocean like it's a beach day, and eyewitnesses are straight up hitting the panic button. A helicopter's already on its way to check things out. Fast forward 10 minutes, the defense chief approves a plan, and boom, Captain Narumi and Shinomiya are flying out of Ariake Maritime Base, while the rest of the crew rolls out in armored trucks like it's a Call of Duty mission. The military's prepping tanks, emergency alerts are popping up everywhere, and civilians are told to evacuate. Meanwhile, the authorities think shutting down the Kanagawa Bay Bridge will stop the kaiju. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. The kaiju straight up charges the bridge, destroys it, and drowns everyone on it. Narumi gets all serious and says it's time to take over. Before jumping in, he turns to Shinomiya and casually drops this bomb. "I don't care about manners, being polite, or working hard. The only thing I care about is you showing me some serious firepower." Then, he transforms his umbrella into a spinning chainsaw and cuts through the kaiju like it's made of butter. The kaiju screams like a horror movie, and the whole place gets showered in guts. Narumi goes full savage, saying, "I don't want your politeness. I want you to be unstoppable." Shinomiya's eyes light up, impressed that he's the real deal. A bit later, Narumi's back at the 1st Division office, and he's throwing a tantrum because all the newspapers are talking about Mina, not him. Shinomiya's like, "Dude, you're the strongest guy in Japan and you're Googling yourself?" But then she notices his phone's buzzing nonstop. Narumi's like, "Probably Mina's dad or some other meeting nonsense. I couldn't care less." Then, Heskawa kicks the door down like it's a WWE match and drags Narumi out for another meeting. Narumi's like, "What's the deal?" Heskawa's like, "It's about Kaiju number 8, and bam, Shinomiya's ears perk up. Cut to Kafka. He's locked up in his cell, pacing back and forth. He's been here for 5 days and still hasn't figured out what to do. He recalls the director's words about proving his worth. 2 soldiers march in and drag him to the director's office. He sees Narumi, and he's like, "Wait, what's this guy doing here?" Then the director drops the news. Kafka's getting transferred to the 1st Division. Surprise! They want the strongest kaiju to work with the strongest kaiju fighting team. The director's like, "Prove you're worth it, or get lost." Kafka's not thrilled to be treated like a kaiju, but he agrees because, well, he wants to survive. But then Narumi, being a buzzkill, says they only need him to beat the kaiju. The director's like, "Not so fast. Kaiju number 9 can shapeshift, and Kaiju number 10 attacked one of our bases. These aren't your regular kaiju, and we can't assume we're invincible." Narumi's like, "Okay, so you want a super weapon out of Kaiju number 8? Kafka's like, "What?" But he knows he has no choice. He can't die just yet. He's got a promise to keep, to fight beside Mina. With confidence, Kafka introduces himself, but Narumi just walks off saying, "I don't care about your feelings. What matters is results and power. If you lose control again, I'll kill you on the spot and turn you into a suit." Kafka just sighs and thanks him. Meanwhile, Soshiro's telling Mina that all the rookies have joined their unit, and she's like, "Let's get to work. We're not here to mess around." Back at the director's secret underground lab, he's walking through with scientists scrambling around. As they go deeper, the director spots a mysterious person in a glass chamber. In episode 2, a massive earthquake hits. Buildings start falling like a bad Jenga tower, and out of nowhere, bam! A giant crater cracks open in the middle of the city. People rush over like they are about to film the next viral video, only to start screaming when a bunch of creepy eyeballs pop up from the hole. Seconds later, a swarm of giant bugs comes crawling out like it is the apocalypse. The city, completely overrun. But before all that chaos, our boy Kafka has been grinding like his life depends on it. He gives it his all during every single training session. Even when the sun goes down, while the others are cooling off, he is still out there sweating like it is finals week at Kaiju U. And wait a second, is it just me? Or does that one dude look exactly like a younger Kafka? Meanwhile, Kakoru shows up ready for her own special training. She opens the door, expecting a serious lesson, and finds her superior bowing down, begging her for money. She is just standing there like, "Is this dude for real?" He tells her that his entire bank account mysteriously vanished. Spoiler, it is because he blew it all on Yama-on merch. She scolds him like a mom catching her kid buying Fortnite skins without permission. Before the drama gets any worse, alarms start blaring. Mr. Baldi runs off to suit up. Elsewhere, Jen goes full switch mode, now acting serious as he tells the team they are going to crush some kaiju because those bugs just ruined a major negotiation. RIP business meeting. Cut to Shinagawa, where the giant ants are treating the city like a buffet. The city is complete chaos. 2 little siblings are hiding, shaking in fear. Big Bro tells his sister it will be okay. Then, boom, giant ant appears. The kid stands in front like, "Not today," praying Narumi comes to save them. And guess what? Narumi pulls up like a superhero. The kid cheers, calling him by name, but Narumi scolds him like a disappointed dad. That's Captain Narumi to you. Now go home and post online 10 times that I'm awesome. Back in the field, Miku and Kanashi finish mopping up their area. Narumi tells everyone that civilian safety comes first. He then turns to Kakoru and Kafka. Yeah, he literally calls him Kaiju number 8 like it is his gamer tag, and orders them to move out and wipe out the enemies in their zone. Meanwhile, the lab nerds are tracking Kafka's vitals like he is a walking science experiment. At the same time, they are monitoring the shelters to make sure everyone is safe. Everyone's stressed out, but Isao shows up and tells them to relax. Their only job is to wipe out Kaiju. No pressure. The soldiers work together like pros, guiding the Kaiju into the designated extermination zone. That's where Kikoru is waiting, wielding a battle axe that looks like it was stolen from a fantasy game. Without wasting a second, she charges in and shreds the giant ants, leaving everyone shook. Still, Kikoru is not satisfied. She wants to be stronger. She thinks her attack power is still way below Ashiro's and that she is nowhere near Hoshina's speed. She plows through Kaiju after Kaiju like a one-woman army, which annoys Captain Shinonome. Shinonome tries to act all calm but is clearly ticked off and jumps back into the fight like, "I'm not letting this kid steal my thunder." Everyone else is like, "Bet," and also jumps into action, showing off like it is a competition. Meanwhile, Hasegawa tells Narumi that Kikoru might actually be stronger than he was as a rookie. Narumi snaps back, "Yeah, right, I was way cooler than that." So there's this crazy situation where everyone's freaking out because these giant ants, which are usually deep underground like they're hiding from their ex, suddenly pop up to wreak havoc. And guess what? They're not acting normal, which gives off a major something's fishy vibe, reminding our guys of that time the Kaiju Winnabers attacked the defense base in Tachikawa. Turns out, these ants might be getting some orders from someone. So Kafka's over here, trying to pull off his Kaiju killer act, but he's totally nervous because he knows he's being watched and the pressure's on. If he messes up, it's game over. He tries to use his Kaiju powers, but it's like trying to fight a bear with a spoon. The ants just aren't phased. Kafka is scared to go full Kaiju because last time he did, he gave Isao a whooping. But he knows he can't hesitate, or he's toast. He's about to transform, but surprise! His transformation fails in the most anticlimactic way ever, leaving Kafka as confused as a dog at a tennis match. The scientists are freaking out, yelling that Kaiju number 8 is failing to transform. Kafka's all like, "Why can't I do it?" Before suddenly, BAM! A massive new Kaiju signal pops up right where Kafka is standing. And who shows up? Kaiju number 9, looking like a whole new level of ugly. Number 9's all like, "Yo, are you Kaiju number 8? Kafka's confused as heck, thinking this beast can literally smell kaijus or something. Before he can process what's happening, number 9 attacks, and Kafka's like, "Well, that's rude." He tries to transform again, but nope, fail. The scientists are basically sending out panic signals because Kafka is about to lose control, and they don't want that liability on their hands. Narumi's all chill and says, "I'll go handle this number 9 thing." But as he approaches, surprise again! Number 9 splits like it's some sort of evil magic trick. Narumi's like, "Wait, were there always 2 of these bad boys, or did I miss the memo?" Then, out of nowhere, all the Kaiju that were taken down earlier? Yeah, they're back, stronger than ever. It's like a bad sequel no one asked for. The soldiers are freaking out because the situation is rapidly turning into a monster-sized dumpster fire. Narumi sees how much power number 9's packing and knows this fight is going to be a real pain. The soldiers, seeing Kafka getting wrecked, try to step in, but they're nothing compared to number 9. Who casually swats them away like flies. Kafka's struggling, still trying to transform, but his body's just not having it. Meanwhile, in the command center, Isao's watching and the general's like, "Maybe don't move right now, yeah? Don't want you getting any funny ideas in case number 8 loses control." Isao's like, "I get it, but something feels off about this whole situation." Back in the battlefield, number 9's about to send Kafka to the big Kaiju graveyard in the sky when, boom! Kikoru shows up just in time and slices number 9 right in half. But guess what? Number 9 regenerates like it's no big deal. Kikoru's like, "Don't worry, I got this one," ready to finish the job. But then, number 9's clone pops up and tells Narumi, "I'm gonna finish you off real quick and then go deal with number 8. Narumi just looks at him. "Bro, I'm the captain. You're just a soldier. Know your place." But of course, number 9 can't just chill and attacks Narumi, who gets super mad. He goes full beast mode and starts wrecking the place, showing off just how much power he's packing. Meanwhile, Isao's watching all this go down and thinking, "Yup, this is exactly the kind of test the new generation need." And dude, that was episode 2 of Kaiju number 8. If you enjoyed it and want me to bring the next episode as soon as it drops, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so we can hit 1 million subscribers by the end of the year. Also, check out this next video on the screen because it's absolutely fire. I'm out for now. Thanks and see ya.